saw that's a different name. That's Grandpa Snoop.
Sir, yes,
That's
sir.
what that was.
I can drink to that.
Then, you know what? Hold on for a second. Look what I got. I got this right here.
Gin and juice?
I was going to wait till the end. This is yours,
Talk
baby.
to the boogie.
Talk to the boogie.
Hello.
It's not bad, bro.
That's the best
I
part
like
of waking
this.
up.
I like this. I
The
like this.
best part of waking up is not giving a fuck.
Snoop, Grandpa.
Yes, sir.
I saw a little glow come over your face and all of that stuff.
on,
man.
Stephen
Grandpa
A.
Snoop, baby.
It's like having a baby all over again, right? You know, when you have your kids, then they outgrow you and they start having their own lives and building their own families. And when they bring back babies, it's like you get a chance to be a parent all over again, and you're more gentler with them, and then you let them get away with more. So I say that I'm like the grandfather that we got a bowl of candy in the front, and they don't let my granddaughter eat candy. When she come over here, I take like 9 lollipops, walk her in the back, give her one. Then I say, put another one up later, give her another one. And she go out there, face stick here. Mom like, what you been doing? I was with Papa Snoop. Did he give you candy? Then I give her another one. Like, I love that relationship that I got with my grandkids, my grandson and my granddaughters. Like, they don't look at me like every other kid look at me. They look at me like their grandfather, and I love that because that keeps me rooted.
Did you feel that way, or rather, how different does that feel, rather, to being a parent, to being a dad instead of a grandpa?
Well, I don't have to watch them 7 days a week, 24/7. The time that I get with them is precious, and it's like I get to analyze my parental skills with my grandkids. The mistakes I made with my kids, I try to like not make with my grandkids. Like to be a little bit more attention and detail with them, like I wasn't with my kids, because I was so busy doing shows, traveling, this and that. But with my grandkids, it's like I really sit down with them and I watch programs with them and I play with them and I talk with them and really get a chance to understand them, so that way when they grow older, they'll have those memories of my grandpa spent time with me.
Do you ever find yourself tempted, or have you ever actually really, really sat down in a defensive posture when you're talking to your children and explaining to them over time, I was doing all of this for you. I was out there on the grind. I was out there touring. I was out there making this money, creating these opportunities to make sure that you have a better life. I asked that question, to be honest with you, on a personal level. As a dad of 2 daughters, I sit up there and I'm like, I'm unapologetic about being on my grind and working my ass off to make sure that they never have to experience the life that I have. But I also find myself praying, man, I hope they see my intent. I hope they appreciate what I'm trying to do, as opposed to resenting dad for sometimes not being around.
The key to that is communication, though, Stephen A.
Right.
You didn't raise no people that read minds.
Right.
You raise people that communicate. So you should communicate that.
Yeah.
When I didn't communicate that, it was issues. It was, why you always gone? Why you always this? Then I had to sit them down and tell them, this is why I'm gone, so that way you can have this. That's why you have this. That's why you're able to go to this school. That's why when you need something, you never have to worry. That's why this is this. I said, would you like me to stay home every day, all day, where we don't have nothing? We're trying to figure it out. We don't have nothing to eat, nothing to do. It made sense to them then.
How old were they when you made that? When you said
20-something.
You didn't say that to them when they were teenagers. You didn't say that to them when they were younger.
None of that shit. I got shit to do, and I got way more customers before I get to you.
Right. Simple and plain.
And because that was my job as a provider, because I was learning as a young man. I didn't know how to be a man. I didn't know how to be a leader, a father. I was learning on the job. So my main focus was to be a provider, because the men in my family provided for the women. They provided. They were, go-getters. So I followed their lead as far as, like, my wife ain't never worked a day in her life. And I'm proud of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's my job, to make sure that you covered on every aspect of finances, spiritual, mental, sexual, whatever it is. That's my job, to cover that for you, so that way when I'm walking through this crazy world, I got stability to come home to keep me sane and to keep me on the right path.
How do you feel about men in this day and age who would have a completely different approach? They'd be like, yeah, hell with paying all them damn bills. Hell with that. I work, she got to work. I'm paying bills, she got to pay bill. bump all of that shit. I ain't trying to do everything like that. That's how you hear a lot of men talking in this day. Not all, not most, but a lot. How do you feel? What do you say to men that have an entirely different attitude than somebody like you or myself when it comes to that approach?
I can't say nothing. It's all about your upbringing. It's who you are. Be the best version of you. You know what I'm saying? And you'll find somebody that will go half with you and love that 50-50 relationship. What Teddy Pendergrass say? Talking about a 50-50 love. So you can play that game with somebody like that, or you could just do what you're supposed to do as a man and provide for the woman that's taking care of you and making sure that you're all right. Because there's going to come a time when you're in a relationship where one of y'all may not be as strong as the other. One of y'all may need the other more than the other. And that's when it balances out. It's not always about finances. It's about the love and the care and the being there for